Good day to all. In this particular video, we will look into two experiments. The first experiment is about analysis of chemical composition and the second experiment is destructive experiment. The first experiment is the longer one and the second experiment is very small. So first let us start the detail of first experiment. So in the first experiment, we take a living tissue. The living tissue that we take can be from plants or it can be even from animals. So first a small part of living tissue will be taken and then we will triturate it in trichloroacetic acid. The formula of trichloroacetic is given in our book. So it will be CCl3COH. So this particular living tissue is taken and it is triturated in mortar and pestle with help of this particular acid. So we will take mortar and pestle and we will triturate it. On doing this, we will get a thick slurry and then we will filter this particular slurry. So we will place this slurry in this funnel. We will use cheesecloth or cotton cloth as filtration material, and once we place the thick slurry over here, then the soluble part will come down and will accumulate at bottom. So whatever comes down, we will call it as filtrate, and the portion that doesn't come out and it remains in the funnel, we will call it retentate. Now the part that has come down, that is the filtrate, it is that part which became soluble in this trichloroacetic acid. So we will call this particular part as acid soluble pool, acid soluble fraction or even acid soluble part. The part which has not come down and has remained above in the form of retentate, it is acid insoluble pool or acid insoluble fraction. Now, whatever comes down as acid soluble pool, its molecular weight is less. Its molecular weight is from 18 to 800 daltons. But if we see the retentate portion, the acid insoluble pool which has remained above, the molecular weight is larger and it is greater than 10,000 daltons over here. If we see the components in retentate and filtrate, then one exception comes over here. We are saying that acid insoluble pool will have molecular weight which is more than 10,000 daltons, but the exception will be lipids in this case because the molecular weight of lipids is not greater than 10,000 daltons. It will be less than 800 daltons, but still lipids will be present in retentate portion. We will look into the reason why these lipids are present in acid insoluble pool despite having less molecular weights. Now the substances which will be present in both the pools, first let us talk about acid soluble pool. So there will be thousands of organic compounds which will be present over here having molecular weight less than 800 dalton. So monosaccharides will be present here, oligosaccharides will be present here, then amino acids will be present here and nucleotides will be present here. Now these will be the small molecules, so we call these micromolecules. Apart from thousands of small organic compounds, inorganic compounds like sulfates and phosphates, those will also be present in acid soluble pool. Now if we talk about compounds that are present in acid insoluble pool, there will be 4 organic compounds which will be present here. The first will be polysaccharides. We had seen that monosaccharides and oligosaccharides were the carbohydrates that were present in acid soluble pool. These were the smaller ones, but polysaccharides are present in acid insoluble pool. Next, amino acids were present here. Those were the monomers, but proteins, that is the polymer, is present over here. Then nucleotides were present here, but nucleic acids are present over here. And the exception were the lipids. Its molecular weight was less than 800 dalton, but still it was present in acid insoluble pool. Now, these three compounds are the large compounds, so we will call these as macromolecules or polymers. But lipids were small compounds, so these will be called as micromolecules. Now, coming to the reason why lipids, despite being small molecules, are present in retentate portion, the reason is that when we triturated living tissue with this particular acid, then the cell membranes got grinded. Cell membranes are majority formed of lipids, and the lipids are sticky. So, on doing this, these particular lipids in cell membranes, these formed small vesicles, and these vesicles were stuck in this filter paper, and that is why lipids are present in acid insoluble. So, this is the description of the first experiment. Now, coming to the experiment number 2, that is the destructive experiment. In this experiment, the same living tissue is taken here. This particular living tissue is wet, and as we know that living tissue has a lot of water present in it, so the weight will be called as wet weight. Next, what we will do, we will heat this particular living tissue. On heating, water will evaporate and the dry tissue will be left. We will take the weight again, and this weight will be called as dry weight. Obviously, wet weight will be more and dry weight will be less, as water has already evaporated. Next, what we do, we will fully burn this dried tissue. When we will fully burn this dried tissue, then all the carbon compounds will go out in the form of smoke, and what will be left, inorganic elements will be left behind, and this is what we call as ash. So, in this particular experiment, we will not get any organic compounds because all organic compounds would have gone out in the form of smoke. We will get only inorganic elements over here. In this particular experiment, we were getting organic compounds as well as inorganic compounds, but this particular experiment gives only inorganic compounds.